Whoa, what are you doing?
Getting some wood for the fire.
No, what are these?
Stoke this fire.
What's all this for?
We are working on the pieces that will go for the solar panels, like the rack for the solar panels, and then the decking material for the rooftop catwalk.
Yeah.
So we can safely clean solar panels and get the maintenance done that the roof requires. Yeah! Holy smokes, it is bright out here. Today is exciting. As you see, it is bright AF out here today.
Yeah.
What better day to maybe install some solar panels or something? What do you say?
Let's do it.
Look at it all scratched up before we put it up.
Look at the bow on that. Looking good so far. What do you think?
I love it. I'm so excited.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is this long 20-foot piece of angle iron needs to get attached to the tops of all of these supports right here. This is a 20-foot piece, fits perfectly for this particular application, and we're about to attach it. That lines up pretty freaking good.
I've got maybe an inch and a bit hanging over the end. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This is sick.
This is really freaking cool.
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Good to see ya!
First hole in. Let's see if this screw goes in, or the bolt at least. Dead nut.
Nice job. That looks so good.
It does look cool. Once we get these first two in, then one of us will do the pre-drill with the small bit, because it's a 3/8 inch hole. It's easier to pre-drill a small and then go bigger. Here we go. Yes, it is. Okie dokie, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Isn't it great? It is such a great day, Aaron. This method's going very nice.
Oh. You like our pivots?
Yeah.
They're just right.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do real good.
Woohoo.
Huh?
Woohoo.
Yeah, woohoo. Woohoo. Woohoo's right.
I'd rather be sealed good than be perfect.
I think if it's sealed good, it will be perfect. Perfect for sealing to me is that it's sealing.
What I'm learning about this is you have to be really patient or it just looks like crap.
Nice bead.
It's okay. I mean,
It's gonna seal it, right?
you're not going to see it from the ground. So,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, I would never see it from the ground.
I think
And we
need
don't even notice how Frankenstein-y our bus looks
anymore.
so, you know,
Just shows you could love your baby.
love your baby, no matter what it looks like. That's awesome.
Cool. That'll work. All right, if you can hand me the square, and I want to hand you the square back here in a second.
Okay.
Put yours that way. Stop.
Do you see the end?
I know.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut the end off.
Yeah, we'll have to cut the end off here,
Okay.
there, and there.
Okay,
Just because all of this was approximations.
right. Okay, that makes sense. I just wanna. That makes sense.
Grab that. Oh, I moved it. Hold on. I need to readjust. Here, throw me the square one more time.
We already got bird shit on this thing.
Good.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, use this here
To clamp them together.
to clamp. Yeah, see how I clamped it right there?
Yeah.
And I left room to drill a hole.
So kind of clamp it on the back corner.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
What's that trick to squeeze them again?
You might have to loosen the nut
Oh, that's
on the back to the left like a quarter turn. There you go. Now try. Perfect. Now grab the square again and make sure that it's square.
There's a maybe a 1/16 of a gap in the corner. Should I push forward here?
We'll be able to pivot off of mine. Here, throw me that square.
So I'll wait till you're drilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very small.
Because this one's lined up here. Yep. Thank you, baby.
What I was always made to do in my life.
Stay right there.
Alright. Look at me holding the tools. I'm good at this. Which one do you want first? Little guy?
Little guy.
Pilot?
Yeah. And then also the square.
We always pick the windiest day to work up here. First style.
It's our style. It is. That'll work. So these are a little bit lower.
What do you mean?
So as if we were to sight it, this edge and that edge are the same height, but this is a little higher, which is causing it to bow just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fine.
Probably better that way than having a gap.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because at least now we know that the Unistrut's load bearing.
Oh, it's carrying the entire load.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's higher. We planned it. Look at me doing something. I'm working. I have no idea what I'm filming right now. Hopefully it's good.
It's probably YouTube gold. Oh, gravity.
Got it. Man, it feels good to be in the sun.
Yeah, it does.
Can't even tell you.
Can you believe it?
So good. There you go.
Thanks.
There it is. What do you guys think you're doing on our roof? We haven't even got to do that on our roof yet. You guys are going for a rip on our roof.
Look at you. Look at you go for a rip.
This shot's dedicated to Rick and Karen Keating.
Going for a rip, bud.
I figured out a way to carry it easier. Ah!
If anything, set it down if it starts getting wily on you.
It's not great. It's not that great, but for those of you with short arms and less strength, try this.
The cantilevered end until I get a clamp.
No problem. Lollipops.
That was a dusty solar panel. Whew. All right, y'all. The next thing we're working on is making these solar panels tiltable. So originally I was thinking, oh, you know, I'm gonna build this freaking solar tracker using maybe like an Arduino or Raspberry Pi or something like that with photo sensors and stuff. Well, that's still a possibility, but right now, considering we're under a time crunch, I don't really have time right now to learn how to use that equipment, put it together, and get it all situated. So in the meantime, what I was thinking of doing is, what if they can still be tiltable, huh? That way if we're parked and we wanted to tilt them, you know, either off the driver's side or passenger side, we'd still be able to do so. So I thought about a lot of different ways of doing that, and I think that I found a way that is gonna work really, really nice. Check it out. The solar panels we have here are by a company called Canadian Solar. They're 330 watts. They're about 67 inches long, about 37 or so inches wide, and they weigh about 50 pounds. So they're pretty heavy, but I think they're going to do really, really well. They are monocrystalline, so supposedly those are pretty good solar panels. So we'll get these all situated, get some brackets put on there, and get those up on the roof. So to make these solar panels tiltable, we have to have a little device that we could unscrew easily. Now I was thinking of, oh, you know, maybe we'll use some wing nuts. Wing nuts are nice. They're small though. I've got big hands, so they tend to be hard for me to operate. So instead, we decided to do a little research and see what other options are available. So what we came up with is something called a threaded knob. And this is a threaded knob that has a hole through it. They screw together, and they're nice and big, so they're easy for me to hold on to. Look at that. That's pretty cool, huh? So that one, as it gets tighter, the threaded rod will just, or the threaded part just kind of goes through, and then it can clamp down and cinch down on the solar panel. Or on the bracket at least. These are two pieces. They don't come together, but you can buy them to be the same size. So these are the 14, or these are the 1/4 inch. So these are UV stable, so they won't break down. All right, so the angle iron is gonna go on the sides. This will be the side bracket. We'll have the holes drilled here for the threaded knob. And then we'll have the angle iron secured to the rail here on both the sides. So it turns out the width of the solar panels are actually 39 inches. So I'm making these angle iron pieces 42 3/4 of an inch so that there's enough room for it to hang off for the knob on the end, on the exterior, and then also there's enough room for the knob on the inside like that to spin. And that way when the panels are flush on the roof, we're able to then access this without having to go underneath the panel. That way it's easy to access. So I'm cutting the long pieces of angle iron right there, just into shorter sections. I've got a few cut already, and we need a total of 8 because we have 4 solar panels. So 2 for each, so 2, 4, and then 6, 8. So we got 3, so we need 5 more. All right, y'all. So something that I thought about is this is going into another piece of angle iron like this. The frame on top of the bus is sitting in this orientation. And if we had the square edge down, when this thing tries to rotate, it would probably knock into the, let's see, it's actually in this orientation. So this is as if you were looking and the solar panel was mounted here on top. if this was rotating like this, then it potentially would hit the bottom of the angle iron. Now we could mount it with the angle iron on the back side, but then that one would have to be notched, because you could see that when this is moving like that, this piece is coming apart, while if it's curved, it can stay nice and bedded in there. So I'm gonna round the bottom edge on all of the side pieces, just on one edge, the side that's facing the mounting brackets on the roof. You'll see here in a second when we install it. Before rounding it, I have to first make a radius. Now what I did was I took, see that inner circle there? I took one of these caps from the spray paint can and I cut off the exterior circle and left me with the inner circle. Then I cut out part of that inner circle, so it is this kind of a corner, and then I can put it right here and trace the radius like so. I just line up the radius with the top edge over here, and then I just split the difference, and that gives me just a target for when we're grinding. Kind of like paint inside the numbers. It gives me a little bit of a target to just like, hey, don't cross over that, because now there's plenty of room for the knob. There's the knob that's going on the inside part, so it gets plenty of room for that to spin freely, and also be able to do the curve as the solar panel's coming up, so that it doesn't hit the angle iron for its mounting bracket that is on the roof rack itself. A lot of thought's gone into this, and I think this is gonna work. There we go, freshly rounded. It gets a coat of paint, just a little bit of rattle can, and then I'll do this side the exact same way. You can see I already scribed the pencil mark. You can probably see it there. And it's ready to be rounded. After it's rounded and a little bit of rattle can, I'm just using this rust coat, flat black. Looks real nice, guys. And putting it right here on top of the wood burning stove. It's not on right now, but it's right here drying, and all of those guys await. So we'll just keep on doing that same old thing over and over again. It's super repetitive. So there you go, and there you have it. So we're making our mark 1 inch from the inside edge, and then 13 inches, and then from this inside edge over here on this side, 1 inch in, and then 13 inches in, so that there will be 4 bolts on each one.
We're getting ready to drill holes in the solar panels, and it's a little nerve-wracking. So we've got a piece of plywood that we're gonna stuff under here for when we do the drilling.
It's the, oh shit, I pushed too hard and blew through the aluminum frame piece of plywood. First, we'll start off by making sure that we've got our placement correct. So I have these all measured out, so it's a 1 7/8 overhang on each side, and overall, adding up the total measurements, it doesn't reach both sides, which is good because we need a little bit of wiggle room in there for being able to put our hands in there and adjust it and make it tilt and stuff like that. So 1 7/8 off of each side. We're good for that. So now comes the fun part. This is going to be lined up flush with the edge here and the edge here. And once it's flush, like right now, I plan on making a little dot with the 5/16 bit. There we go, a little dot.
Through our pre-drill hole. So this already has holes in it. See this? These guys all have holes pre-drilled. And now the solar panels have a dot, 4 dots, where we will push it through the aluminum.
Aluminium. All right, so now we'll just put the tip of the drill bit right on that dot, and it's on the dot right on the tip because whenever you set it down, it doesn't want to wiggle off. And I'm just gonna go real light because aluminum's pretty soft. Not pushing real hard. Just a little bit of even pressure. Got the backer back there. It's about to go through. There it goes.
You didn't even hit the wood. Look at that.
I didn't even hit it. Yeah.
So we're gonna do 36 more of those.
We're gonna do a lot more of those.
Okay, now let's see if we can get one of these bolts under and up. Oof.
Will it fit?
No.
If it doesn't, we're not gonna force it. We'll just go through the top.
Have to go this way.
Yeah.
Get it? How do you get a? Oh, I guess you pull it up, slide your bolt and stuff. Like you only put it through the hole halfway. Put your bolt and washers on there, and then screw it and push it down at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a pain. Dead nut.
Yay!
Cool. Okay, here we go.
Cool.
Now we tap it with the drill bit. Now I'm just gonna make a little dimple where we make the holes.
I think solar panels are pretty resilient in general.
I don't know how they'd like a drill bit going through them though.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if that would help your solar, what's it called? Collecting.
Yeah. Collecting the solar bits from the sky. Do a little water. Nice. Good job.
This where you hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
Supervisor Garcia.
She's doing an excellent job, y'all. And that's how it's done, folks, just in case you were wondering. All right, so now we line up the holes.
Nice. That'll fit nicely. Okay, so
You did a better job than I did.
bolt,
I didn't have to waller it out.
flat washer, lock washer, and then the nut. Nice little trickaroonie is to hold the nut on the bottom and then twist the bolt into the nut. Once you get a good grip, then you can start twisting the nut. Use your bolts and nuts.
Use your nuts and bolts.
Know what I mean?
All right, so now this panel here has one bracket on one side, one bracket on the other side, and that is done for this particular panel for right now. Next step for this one is going up on the roof, and then we're gonna do this 3 more times. Next one's this panel, and then we've got 2 more panels. They're in the corner. They're not in trouble. but that's just where we put them. It's lunchtime!
Lunchtime!
What are we serving today there, Ms. Big?
Okay, today we're trying out the air fryer to see if we can make French fries.
Not plugged into shore power.
Not plugged into
And we don't have solar panels up on the roof yet, but we do have the batteries charged. So
let's see.
yeah, but let's see if we weren't producing any solar, how does the system interact with using the air fryer and making some awesome French fries?
Can Battleborn handle it?
Can ya? Well, can ya, punk? It looks like we're pulling almost 1900 watts, and it says 148 amps. So we didn't start with a full battery, but that's where we're at right now. So let's see how this does.
10-minute update?
10 minutes in, and we're giving them a little toss-a-rooney in the pan. They are so effervescent. The smell coming off of this is just amazing. They're starting to crisp up a little bit like an actual French fry, like have that look. They are getting softer, a little bit softer, so that's good. So let's just toss these around just a little bit, and then
Spread them back out again.
spread them back out. Oh damn, look at that. All right, what do you think?
That was pretty good. Probably could have done a little less time.
A little less time. A little bit
That
more
was
salt.
really good.
Yep. Where's that?
No, good. How did the solar handle it?
Solar handled it great. No problems at all.
Sweet.
So we don't necessarily have the panels hooked up, right? Not
By the
yet.
end of today, we should.
We should. Very
But the
soon.
batteries are juiced.
Batteries are juiced. Didn't use that much.
That's awesome. Cool.
Cool. I call that a win.
Air frying on our batteries.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm still tickled by it. Like,
I know.
I'm like, oh, it's weird.
It's crazy we're not connected to anything.
Yeah, not plugged into a wall.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the solar panels charging the batteries, the
I know.
Battleborn batteries.
I know.
Like, that's gonna be really cool.
Today.
Yeah, today. We just had to take a break for a little
Yeah.
sustenance, if you will.
Yeah.
And here they are.
We're gonna enjoy these on our own now.
Would you like one? Here you go.
All right, here we go, up, up, and away with the first panel. This sequence we're gonna call Brian and Aaron versus the wind. The first one's always the trickiest. Here we're just trying to figure out how on earth I'm gonna hold this thing while Brian makes his approach onto the roof. The wind was mighty fierce, and as you can see, I'm having a hard time holding this thing by myself. In our first approach, I tried to hold it horizontally and then kind of center it onto the ladder. What you see right there is 55 pounds worth of solar panel. And there he goes. And then the wind picks up right away and almost blows me totally off the ladder. And Brian catches the solar panel just in time. If you watch me for a second, I'm shaking. And Brian is manhandling the solar panel in the wind. Honestly, I couldn't believe that we had to do 3 more of those, and I'm trying to negotiate my way out of it. Saying, hey, do you think that we have some friends that might want to help do this? Brian said, no, we're going to do it today. All right, this time we're gonna try it a different way. We decided to take it up the ladder vertically and use the ladder to help support it. And then also having the solar collecting side facing us so that we could lean it on the rails once we got up to the top. It was really heavy. All right, here's the pass off. And now the lean. This was so sketchy. Well, that one went a little bit better than the first, that's for sure. All right, round 3. Because the wind was so crazy, Brian almost knocked the ladder over a couple times. So by the 3rd round, we smartened up and ratchet strapped the ladder to the future deck supports. Finally, the last one. By this point in time, my heart is racing so fast and my whole body is shaking because I was so scared I was gonna drop one of these things. Brian reassured me that we must keep going, and today was the day we're getting all 4 up by ourselves.